specific communities that I think have been key to my journey in tech. I think one of them is the Stack Overflow community, which is huge. Because even they have podcasts, which we listen to big time. Welcome to Coding Life as podcast, and as usual, we discuss things to do with tech news, and new ways of doing things, what's trending, and new ways of doing things, and also how things are supposed to be done in tech, based on our experiences and based on what we've observed over the years. So on this specific, we're going to have an exiting episode. So if you've not subscribed yet, this is the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like that video, turn the post notification bell, and also you can also find us on Spotify. You can follow us on Spotify, where we release content every day. So just follow us and just walk this journey with us, and let's grow this Coding Life as community, because this is not just a podcast. Coding Life as in itself, it means that it's a community of it's the way of life for coders and anyone in tech. So on this specific topic, we're going to discuss how to improve your tech skills and be up to date. What do you need to do? Where do you need to go? And who do you need to speak to for you to improve your skills in tech? So we're going to deep dive into it and map out how things happen and where you need to go to get whatever to improve that skill set that we are so passionate about. And we are the mics as always.
The mics.
What do you think, Mike? So I know you have a lot of experiences and a lot of stories around this specific topic. I think you suggested it because I've seen you in specific. You will explain to people where you always go and what you usually do. What do you think about what you need to do when someone says what you need to do for you to improve your tech skills? What do you think? What comes to mind? So maybe you can tell us.
The first thing that comes to mind is sharpening your skills. Because when you stay idle, you become blunt. So you need to sharpen your skills and be updated. And one way that I've stand up, Mike, and I'll repeat once again, is joining the communities. That's a big add.
It's an add-on for developers, and there are those communities out there. Maybe you can expound more on. Maybe if for someone who is not who doesn't have that kind of information of where they need to join, for them to gain access to specific information, what do they do and where do they start?
For those guys that they are for you who you want to start software engineering journey, I would suggest to start online. These communities are online.
Like most of they all of them start online. So
one of them in Kenya that is really growing is PLP Academy, and they are really helping guys and non-techies to join this community. The other one is ALX. Last week I graduated from ALX cohort 5. And I have learned a lot because it introduced me to GitHub. The first time last year, I think it's last year. I used to say I know GitHub until I met ALX, because everything you do, you must know how to commit.
That's key.
You must know how to pull. You must know how to fork.
Yeah.
And ALX gave me that platform where I can practice my skills. Yeah. Because one thing that ALX really expound is deadlines.
You work on a specific deadline.
There's no way you're going to work on a project.
Yeah.
One project, and you're going to take 2 weeks. No, it does not work that way. You must. They give you a period of 2 days, and then the other one, they deduct your marks. So I've said PLP, ALX. Another one is Screamer. So when I started React, and I kind of reached somewhere where I was stuck, and I wanted a tutor, online tutor. So Screamer came in. So Screamer is an online platform where you can learn as you code, and they give you this editor where you are learning the same place, and the same place is where you are doing your code.
Yeah.
Another thing that Screamer gives you is podcast. They have podcast. You come to speak about podcasts as being one of the way you can sharpen your skills.
Yeah. Mostly so the communication part of it, which has been it has been interesting for us to doing this podcast. So initially, in terms of communication, as much as we were not that blunt, but I think we've improved more while doing this specific podcast. So you've said
ALX, PLP, Screamer, and others are like women in tech that is being organized by Safaricom.
So I think that's we will add a link to those specific communities that you have joined. I think for me the specific communities that I think have been key to my journey in tech. I think one of them is the Stack Overflow community, which is huge. Because even they have podcasts, which we listen to big time.
I know the first time you give
by Ben Popal and all. The podcasts are very interesting, and also you see the collaborative part of it where people ask, they come ask questions based on their specific problems, and now if you're in the community, you just answer. You can answer to, you can help out each other by giving a different solution to a specific problem, which has been I think that Safaricom community has been great, and also joining this community, you see this community based repos that you build on a specific extension or a specific widget or a specific repository, an open source. You see, joining these open source projects is key, and it really gives your PR being approved by someone you don't know really gives you that confidence in you, and I feel like it gives you that validation that
I think you're reminding me of Oktoberfest. Are you a fan of Oktoberfest? Oktoberfest is that time that it reaches that is a worldwide open source contribution.
Yes.
You can contribute to an open source project and being approved by a person.
It's very interesting because now that's validation to say that I'm good at it, because someone has just gone through your code and actually they can't approve a code that is introducing bugs or that doesn't meet the quality of maybe whatever all the guys are trying to build. And so I feel like you joining those specific public open source repositories is also an add-on, and it also gives you see it will be easier for you to consume it in your application because you've been part of it, and you know the pros and cons, and maybe the side that has the defects of it, and you can tweak the defects and it works great. So I feel like in another area is attending these summits.
Attending these summits.
It doesn't have to be physical. It can be virtual, like the Decode. Which made me realize at that specific time that in Kenya we have very smart people. Me watching those guys, you see, there are specific individuals I saw on that Decode summit that really resonated. They really resonated with me because those guys are very smart, and you see, programming is huge, and computer science is very huge. But you seeing Kenyans explain the building blocks of a specific application or infrastructure and just explaining on how you can even improve a specific infrastructure is very interesting, and it's very heartwarming. Me attending that,
like seeing that joy they are explaining it, and the enthusiasm.
Yeah. You see that confidence that someone knows their shit. You see, they know what they're doing. You see, so that gave me the confidence also, and that's why I have the guts to do the podcast because now I have to do it anyway. I have also to improve my communication skills if I want to keep up. Because there are very smart people. So if you attend these summits, and Safaricom have very nice summits.
Big up to Safaricom
because they diversify the people. They have coders, they have designers, they have entrepreneurs. You see, so you can learn around it. It's not necessarily for you to learn coding because you get to learn more. You get to learn a lot, and they give you opportunities.
Yeah. Also to mention, they have a community. It's called Safaricom PLC community.
Yeah. If you're not part of it, I'm part of it.
Why should I?
Why not? Yeah. It's a very interesting communities. So I think it's trying to like achieve the same thing as Stack Overflow because it's somewhere you go somewhere where you can get solutions to problems. This is very interesting, and I think you should check it out. And so these summits are very interesting, especially for Safaricom. They are very interesting.
So much Safaricom.
Because you see,
we have Android. We have Google.
It's okay.
We have Google.
But you see, for us right now in Kenya, Safaricom is the biggest telecom company. Not only in Kenya, actually in Africa. It's the biggest. It's actually one of the biggest companies. It's the biggest, let me say. You see, leave alone the revenue and all. Based on my nini, I think it's one of the. Yes, we have others like the Globe, we have Airtel,
we have MTN.
We have MTN. But for me, Safaricom stands out because you see the way they do things. It's in a unique way. So when you attend those summits, the one they have, you'll see it. You'll pick it out and see that these guys, whatever they're doing, I think that they're doing the real thing. And so and also attending hackathons. You see, solving real problems at a go.
Being timed.
And being timed. Yeah, it really tests how the level of the proficiency level of your skill set, because you are on a timer and maybe you're supposed to like solve a specific problem. You have to break it down. You have to write it down, break it down. You have to like follow the practices that we are doing, like requirement gathering. You see, you have to follow that process, and you have to show the end product.
Mind you, we have strangers around you.
You're with strangers actually. Maybe you're collaborating even with strangers. You just met people. You're not just there to get. You see in hackathons, you normally get free pizzas. It's very interesting. Yeah, you just attend one.
I remember most there was a time I was called where I was back in the G2.
Yeah.
We had this guy called we used to call each other the pizza guy. So I think after every 2 Fridays, we had this time we were having stand-ups.
Yeah.
And we had after stand-up we had pizza.
Yeah.
So I know when you say pizza,
it's very interesting. Yeah. So
I kind of relate.
Yeah. So hackathons really challenge you, and they open up. They just show you how far you are and how far you're supposed to go and learn, and also you meet very smart people
and
who know what they're doing. Yeah, and they don't know everything per se, but they know what they're doing, and they're explaining it to you, which is very interesting. And it's fun. Yeah, let me tell you, it's fun to be around people who know more than you, because you're going to learn, and also people maybe who know less than you, because you're going to teach. You see, it's like a thread of knowledge. So you have to either you give or you get.
Or you must give for you to receive.
Yeah, so you see, so it's another avenue that is very interesting. That also you just attend a hackathon. If you get a chance to attend any hackathon, Safaricom have other like even this Google
Equity.
Most tech companies plan. Also, us we usually plan some, and we invite people, and we see what what people out here are doing. You see, you get to see.
Our viewers there and our listeners are wondering, when you say us, what do you mean? So guys, today we are humbled to have these hoodies.
Yeah, this is Bingwa services.
Yeah. And also like to mention, because you just introduced this topic. Another way is being a tester.
Test buddies. They're
test buddies.
Yeah.
Test buddies.
I think you got this.
Yeah, I got this hoodie through test buddies.
Bingwa. Yes. That's also another avenue, because now you'll be able, if you're a test buddy, you'll be able to test these products when they're in test version, and you get to see, you get to contribute, you get to give real-time feedback of what you think. And it's very interesting when whatever feedback you give is implemented, and you get to see it real time, and it's being used by thousands of people out there. Yeah, so this is Bingwa. It's one of it's the biggest and it's an upcoming home services platform. That is, it's very interesting. So you guys should go check out Bingwa and see what kind of products and services that they're bringing to your homes and to you direct. Yeah, I know you'll love the platform. It's an interesting platform. Yeah. So go check it out.
And I love that part of they satisfy you of good services.
Yes.
By providing their clients, people who have gone under DCI
we
conduct.
The fundis we do background checks, the DCI for the IDs, good conduct, all that.
Yeah.
So go check it out, and I'm sure you'll enjoy and you'll like the product.
Yeah.
So
what is that? Another way you think that is you can sharpen your skills?
By attending live webinars. Let me tell you,
I was waiting for
those ones are very interesting.
Yeah.
Those ones are very interesting, because now here, now you get to like interact with thousands of people. You can be in a webinar that has like 1,000, and mind you might be in a webinar that have people from Google, Microsoft. My guy, them explaining these terminologies and these new ways of doing things. Maybe someone has learned something new and wants to share with the world. I think webinars are the best and the easiest way to share new ways of doing things, because you can invite anyone from anywhere. You see, like hackathons, unless it's virtual, you have to be there physical. So it will help the people who are there at the time. The summits, yes, some of them are virtual, but you see, when you attend, you learn. But a webinar, you can share information real time with anyone from anywhere. It's an interactive session. You see, in a summit, you have someone there speaking. So you just have to wait for the question segment for you now to ask the question. But you see, on a webinar, you can ask. You see, it's interactive. It's like a one-on-one conversation. I'm here, an engineer from Google is there, and I can challenge their view of the way they are viewing a specific problem. So I can just challenge it and just give a positive critique to anything. Yeah, which is very interesting.
It sounds very interesting.
That's why I saved the best for last, because I had a bit of.
So maybe our viewers might be wondering, where can I find these webinars?
Yeah, we have on Twitter. You have TweetDeck, which there are so many. You just go to
Twitter Space.
Yeah, it's on TweetDeck. It's Twitter Space, where you can find a tech webinar there. So just go to Twitter. We have them on. You receive them on mail. We have LinkedIn. So
that is it.
That's it, guys. Maybe we've missed another way to sharpen your skills. You can add it to the comment section. So see you in the next episode, and subscribe, like, and hit that post notification bell for you to receive our content. So see you next time. Cheers.